Hello and welcome to the Punters Guide. I hope you're all well. I'm delighted to be joined by Joel Ross. Joel, how are you doing?
Really good, thanks, Mark. All is good. The race in the last couple of weekends has been great. We got some brilliant placed horses at 40-1, 25-1, 18-1, and Chacun Pour Soi beaten as our best bet of the weekend last weekend. We put it up at 11-10. We put it up again at 10-11. I think it's finished about 2:15. So the old ones are the best, aren't they? But yeah, so a decent weekend yesterday, but our best bet of the weekend got absolutely stuffed.
Right. Well, hopefully you're going to do better this week. But I did like the big price placed horses. That's what we're all about here on the Punters Guide. Cheltenham, first of all, I think I ask you every time, if you've not watched Cheltenham or been, what is it about this race course? It's just something special, whether you're watching on a TV or whether you're lucky enough to go, isn't it?
I always say to everybody who's never been, it's the best sporting venue in the world. If you've been to a Super Bowl, you've been to WrestleMania. I've been lucky enough to be to both.
Been to what?
WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? You know,
what's that?
It's guys in spandex pretending to fight. But you know, I've been to sold out stadiums around the world to see that, and it's brilliant. It's Panto on Guy Fawkes Night. You know, I've been to Champions.
Let's see your nights out.
Champions League finals. I've been to everything, but there is something about Cheltenham which is different. It's the people. It really is the people. Every person there is like-minded. You know, I love a Haydock night. I love an Aintree night, and you can have a few beers. But it is just something special, and you cannot bottle it. It's sold out as soon as tickets open, and as soon as you've been there once, you want to go next year. Just unbelievable.
Right, well, let's stop messing about and get to the nitty-gritty. Right, the 150 is the Racing Post Gold Cup Chase.
Yeah, now, I've put up Midnight Shadow here. In fact, I put two up here for Sue Smith and Ryan Mania. Won a similar race here last month off a rating of 147. Now off 154, carries 11.9. Now, it stumbled badly and idled on the running last time. So could have won that by further, I reckon. If you look who was second in that race was I can never say this horse, Protectorat. I've got to think about the rat. Protectorat, who smashed Native River at the weekend by 25 lengths. Lawler and Dostal Phil, Zanza behind that. So I'd put up Midnight Shadow at around 9-1, but also Cool Cody ran in this race as well. When it was in the lead 2 out, fell, so would have definitely been placed for Adam Wedge and Evan Williams. So in a race that we're probably paying first 5 on if it stays at 15 runners, at 9-1, 10-1, Midnight Shadow and Cool Cody. Split me stakes on those two, Mark.
The 225 is the Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle.
Yeah, now it's a 2-horse race on paper, but if you speak to anybody, it's a 1-horse race on the track. Gelino Bello for Nichols and Cobden, and Blazing Carl, which is apparently Charles Burns' best horse, and is currently 12-1 second favourite for the Albert Bartlett in March at Cheltenham. Blazing Carl beat Gelino Bello here last month by 2.5 lengths. Current Mood is back is back today to face these two rivals. Was back in third. Step Up and Trip from 2 miles 5 to 2.7. All the ticks are in the right boxes. Is Irish. Jockey's 2 from 2. Every single person has been putting this horse up as the best bet of the weekend when it was 7-4, 6-4. Probably will go off odds on tomorrow. The only person against this horse is Matt Chapman. So good luck, everybody.
Yeah, currently around about 6-5 at the moment, and then Gelino Bello, which mentions is around 7-4. But yeah, it's a good competitive hurdle race. And well, the 3 o'clock. What do you make of the international hurdle?
It's I'll be honest with you, with the great racing we've had the last couple of weeks, especially last weekend, this is not great. This is really not great. You know, it's going to be on the telly and whatever, but when it comes to a race like this, you expect better. I'm going to take a chance here. Have you got a price up there, Mark? I'm going to take a chance with Heaven Help Us. Have you got a price for that?
Heaven Help Us is about 12-1.
Okay, well, look at the Cheltenham form first of all. Won a maiden hurdle here, 2019 at 33-1. If we go back to 2020, last year for the Supreme Novices, was 100-1, probably didn't have a right to be there. It came 7th, and you go, all right, 7th. In front of that horse that day was Shiskin, Abacadabra, Chantry House, and Edwardstone, who smashed Third Time Lucky last weekend. And look, if we go back to the Coral Cup back in March, we backed it. We put it up on the Punters Guide on the day, hacked up Maydall by 9 lengths at 33-1. It was well beaten on the seasonal debut in Punchestown last month. And 12-1, a couple of places, you might as well have a shot. So Ryle probably would need better ground. Song for Somebody, not for me. And Ballyadam jumps like a fridge. So I would probably go each way with Heaven Help Us, and maybe go for reverse forecast if you're feeling lucky with So Royale.
The 335 and Mares Handicap Hurdle.
Trappista for John Joe Jr. and John Joe Sr. Could be anything, and it should be given a mark of 131. I've got to go for the class horse in the race, which is these horses, right? I can pronounce the French ones, no problem. But trying to break these down, it's like doing my homework when we were a kid. Right? You know that horse, that one. Anyway, produces. Number one on the card, reproduces a Weatherby form, can win this quite easily. If you have a look at the Newbury form, last time out, tailed off, didn't want to jump off. You knew that 10 minutes before the off, was never at the races, weakened 3 out. Could have had a headache, had a face on, was in a mood, didn't fancy it. But any reproduction of that Weatherby form and Indefagat, that one, number one, could take all the beating. But anyway, Trappista could be anything, but I'm not taking the short price on that. That one, number one.
We've also got some racing from Doncaster on ITV. Let's look at the 240, which is a juvenile hurdle, Joel.
Yeah, I looked at some of this. A very, very tricky race, this, to be fair. Porticello for Jamie Moore and Gary Moore ran twice, won twice, once in France, listed race at Weatherby. For me, I was expecting a bigger price than it will be. I was expecting about 5-1. What price are we looking at? Porticello, horse number 2.
7-4 at the moment.
Okay, the word's out on that one. When one's fancied from the Moore yard, unbeaten one as well at that. Porticello for me, 7-4. I'd still take that, though. It's in the tracker.
And then the 315, we've got this big handicap chase.
315, Doncaster. Horse number 5 here for me, the Wolf. Decent second at Perth in April. Struggled in the Ultimate Handicap back in March here at Cheltenham. Has an extended break this time. But the big thing for me is the jockey and trainer combination. Ollie Murphy at 30%, and Adrian Heskin is having a belter of a season at 40%. The Wolf, probably second favourite. Is that right, Mark?
It is around 7-2. The favourite is 2 for gold at the moment, around 15-8.
Yeah, I'd definitely take a chance on the Wolf, just for horse, the trainer, and the jockey combination. Adrian Heskin could do no wrong at the minute at 40%. Well, he could win the other 60%. But he's on fire at the minute, and that's, for me, the Wolf in the 315 at Doncaster, Mark.
In the style of Tomo, what is your best bet of the weekend?
Well, the best bet of the week, I've got one for you here. Now, we got a 1-12 shot beaten last weekend. I'll tell you about that. But Tomo knew he had a 6-1 winner on that one. Thank you for calling. Only 3 minutes, £3 a minute. I've got to go. Sorry, I went to me again. I'm turning into him. Go for the 225. I got a call from Ireland. Blazing Carl. Shh, words out. Won its last 3. Blazing Carl and the 225 at Cheltenham. Will go off. Odds on. Stay with us.
Derek Thompson, thanks so much for joining us. Joel, have a brilliant weekend and good luck.
Brilliant weekend, Mark. Safe gambling.
Yeah, please. If you're having a bet this weekend, please keep it fun and gamble responsibly.